great versus decks, the way Wizards of the Coast does. You know, where they have like stock decks that are naturally good against each other in terms of
Yeah.
like fun games that you can always like. I would definitely make one of the versus decks Shaman versus Warrior pre-GVG in the core set.
Okay.
Because I thought it was really fun and back and forth. There's like cool ways to interact.
Yeah, yeah. I think the edge is definitely for Shaman, but it's
Right.
probably not more than 5 or 10%. Um, I don't know how much it's changed. You know, GVG Power Mace definitely helps you deal with the Acolyte of Pain a lot cleaner than you used to be able to. But yeah, normally the way the hero powers stack up still definitely favors Shaman uh, in a big way. Cole though, oh wow, he didn't keep Deathbite. I was gonna say he had the Dream, which is 2 weapons. That's exactly what you want against Shaman.
Right. To keep down the hero power early on, or even worse, like minions that can stack against you like that.
Yeah. Piloted Shredder, I like seeing that in Shaman too. Actually, it makes a lot of sense. Works the Power Mace and all that.
Well, if it's a mech deck, certainly so. It's also sticky, which allows it to have some board control semblance.
All right, well, looks like
Is this the turn 1 bluff?
might be a bit of a. There we go. Yeah, the turn 1
connection
bluff.
Issue. Okay. The turn 1 bluff.
All right, Chow comes down, eats a War Axe. Not too uncommon. Wow, Gorehowl. Now that is probably
That's a
the
really good card.
best card in the deck against Shaman, I would say. That card is better than Baron Geddon against Shaman.
Better than second brawl.
Much. Yeah, it's Gorehowl's amazing.
Would you
Gorehowl.
rather have Gorehowl than brawl? Like, if it's assuming you only can draw 1 card off the top. Or is it just too situational? Like some situations you want brawl, some you want
It's close. I would say like the first brawl has so much value. It's tough to say. It's very, very close. But yeah, definitely diminishing returns on brawl. But Gorehowl though, oh man, you kill like 3 real minions and then like 4 totems, 3 totems.
It's a card that legitimately can get all usage, right? Go down to 0 attack.
Yeah, very clean Taskmaster here. And that's going to get a lot of value too. That's going to kill that Spell Power totem as well. Because I think Ant is going to want to play Shredder. Unless he's thinking Hero Power Flame Tongue is better. Which might be the way he goes here. I'm not a big fan of just losing minions for free.
Sure.
So that's probably the route he'll go. And I'm just going to slam Shredder. Alright.
I guess it's because it challenges whatever can come out next pretty easily. If it's a Sludge Belcher, he'll be able to take it out pretty easily versus doing it defensively. But it makes sense if Ant wants to be proactive on the board here.
Do you kill the Spell Power totem first in case has taunt?
Noyotron.
Yeah, just anything with taunt. Because you want to kill both rather than trade anyway.
It's in a Noyotron wash.
Even if it's a 3-2, you would kill the... Okay. Okay,
Oh,
fine.
that's so funny. It's like before you were going to try to kill it off, but thankfully you didn't.
Alright. Worked out better that way.
Yeah, it did so. I think it makes sense too. Reactive, you might want to react to what 2-drop comes out of that Pilot Shredder.
Alright. Black Knight is a card that you usually want to save for like a wolf token.
Right.
I guess you just play BGH here.
You know that there is likelihood though that just like with GVG comes out, not only Dr. Boom, but even just Neptulon, there are targets for BGH. But at the same time, passing here is pretty weak too.
Maybe... you're right actually. He plays at least Dr. Boom. Saving the BGH is probably right. So I guess you play Black Knight or nothing. Between the two, that is a tough call. I would say BGH's Battlecry has more value than Black Knight's Battlecry.
Right.
And Black Knight's body's better, and it's more mana efficient.
I guess what can do more damage too, right? Because Black Knight would just basically kill off the 2-3, versus this would kill off 7/7s. Alright, well, see if it ends up being the case. Maybe Ant's just running a very lean deck. Doesn't even have a 7-drop, perhaps. Find that hard to believe, but... Oh man, now he's gonna shred the armor.
Yeah, 2 mana, 8 damage.
And that taunt totem is actually so important too.
Yep. That's the one you want to roll. Well, Black Knight's gonna come down now. Get a little bit of work done.
Black Knight value. Oh, that's cool. Actually, I haven't studied too much of the golden totems, but the Stoneclaw totem has like acid rain or something in the background.
It's another golden shaman.
It's sick. It's starting to get to the point though, like in Hearthstone's lifetime, where there's a strong likelihood that you have a golden hero portrait, right?
Yeah,
you've
definitely.
played so much. You have what, Warlock?
Yeah.
And Rogue?
I only have the one.
Oh, you only have Warlock?
It's really embarrassing.
Really?
I play less Hearthstone than everyone else, and I play on Europe just as much as I do on NA, and they're separate accounts.
Okay, so they all have like 300 wins.
Yeah, I have like 400 wins on Europe with Warlock, and
Right.
I have the golden on NA.
What's the closest one? That's assuming not Warlock.
Druid right now, I believe, but it goes back and forth between Druid, Hunter, and yeah, those two, and Warrior. Druid, Hunter, Warrior.
I was expecting your Rogue to be much higher, but
It's pretty high, but not that high. I don't play it very often
gotcha.
on ladder.
Brawl. Dang.
No, I just slam Gorehal.
That would like Brawl would be like using it to kill one card effectively because it's a hero, like all these tokens, and then the mana tide already paid for itself.
Yeah, I would Gorehal the Mana Tide here. Take 4 more damage.
The card advantage is really how Shaman starts stacking against you.
Hmm. Yeah, I think you care more about stopping a card than you do about... See, this is bad because...
He even tossed in the Armor Smith. Where's the combo? This is him getting punished for not doing the combo.
Yeah, it's him getting punished for a lot of reasons. But yeah, the big thing here is you didn't develop your 7 mana card. That's gonna take
true.
a full turn later to do.
Right.
And that's like a turn where you didn't need to brawl, so...
Unless he has a second Brawl. I mean, that was a very, very weak Brawl. So maybe it's one of those things where he's not afraid to toss it away because he's got another one.
To be fair, that was like the worst possible outcome, but still, that's...
Right.
My shield for Argon.
But I mean, that's where Hearthstone's punishing you.
Yeah.
I guess he's not really afraid of Cool Taskmaster on this Armor Smith. Can't really do much anyways. Besides kill off the Spell Power Totem.
Yeah, BGH drawn for Shaman, Ragnaros drawn for Warrior, classic. Yeah, now Gorhal's, it just has to come down.
Alright, well this doesn't feel like it's going to be a game for much longer at this pace. Seems like Shaman's drawn too many cards to have the perfect answers. It's easy to say, oh, he drew BGH and he had Ragnaros, but just look how much deeper into the deck Shaman is. 3 or 4 cards by now.
He's playing cards like Piloted Shredder, Harvest Golem. I mean, these are Shaman minions that are a lot harder for Warrior to deal with than normal. Death Rattle creatures are just the best type of creatures traditionally against a Warrior deck that is removal based. That's why things like Cairn Bloodhoof are usually so effective against it. Shredder's basically a 4 mana Cairn.
That's a good analysis. Well, Shield Slam, very much useless at this situation. Ragnaros is also weak against Shaman, just because of, well, it doesn't hit a lot of ideal targets with all these small little totems out.
Yeah, it's
What do
it's
you
a
even
tough
do?
play.
Do you have to toss Gromosh out here?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And you wouldn't expect Big Game Hunter out of Shaman, so the Warrior would... Ah, never mind. I was going to say he would put damage on the Gromosh rather than his face, but...
Okay.
This is actually better. Yeah, this is fine.
Alright. Does take, or does end up losing 1 armor more than necessary, but not a big deal since he doesn't have a Shield Slam.
Power Mace comes down. I think you're going to play that Rockbiter yourself. You do have Valkyr, so you can save Rockbiter, but I'd rather use it here.
And keep your 2/3.
Mhm.
Makes sense. How many charges, or what's attack on Gorehal right now? 5?
I think it's 4.
Okay.
Or no, maybe it is 5.
Always good to roll the totem first. Oh! Oh, so painful. That taunt totem.
Yeah, this really hurts if you're a Warrior.
everything is going so perfect for Ant. I really think Cole needs a big game changer here, like Barongeddon or something. So that way he can draw out some of the removals and then clear up the board a little bit more. And again, that Taunt Totem is straight trolling right now.
Alright, Rag comes down. I agree with this. I like this more than Grommash.
Yeah. Where do we hit the Argus?
It's the best hit.
Oh. Well,
This is
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Shaman's just so many cards up. It just doesn't. Yeah.
How about build your own piloted Sky Golem? After you have this power mace, right? It's like, I mean, if the idea is that even if it doesn't do anything, like say it gets Harrison Jones, it still actually builds onto the minion, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, he's not even gonna save the weapon charge, just going in.
Yeah.
Might as well.
There's no point. He's pushing in for final points of killing. And he's also got Alec here in hand, so will he have killing damage? No, he'll be just short if his opponent armors up.
Yeah, just kill BGH, play Belcher. That's
Yeah.
probably the play here.
But in terms of will he survive, Ant needs a 1 mana spell, or 2. Yeah, a 1 or 2 mana spell that will do 1 damage. Am I correct?
Yep. He's already played 2 Flame Tongues, right? So
Right.
can't draw those.
So he needs like a Lightning Bolt or Crackle,
Another Rock Biter.
another Rock Biter.
I'm starting to see a lot of Shamans cut Lightning Bolt. It's a card that's not necessarily in every Shaman deck anymore. Crackle's a one of sometimes. No, he's gonna go for the Grommash. Okay.
Okay, so now he definitely needs a lot more help here. It's basically Rock Biter or a high rolled Crackle.
Alright, that Hex is gonna be able to deal with this. He's even got the Searing Totem for the clean kill.
Nice.
Well,
It's pretty much. I mean, do you have to use Hex? I guess you don't. I guess because how many times do you use Lightning Storm in this matchup? Use Fire Elemental Lightning Storm
yeah, that's probably the better way to go.
because now Hex can be good against like an Alex Strasser or something. So
Yeah.
that way you don't have this really awkward way we get to use minions to remove.
Yeah, I didn't actually check its health. But yeah, 5 is. I assumed it was at like 6 or 7 or something. Yeah, that's definitely a cleaner way to do it, I think. This Lightning Storm's been staring back at him all game.
Is there any point to? Oh, I was gonna say, is there any point to?
Oh wow, that's surprising.
Okay. Interesting. I guess it's the point where if Sylvanas came down, it doesn't matter because he has Hex. Like the Earthshock Silence doesn't really have an effect either way. I was gonna ask if he did use Lightning Storm, should he have coined hero power? Because at that point, what are you saving the coin for? But it would have made sense if he had Alec here still. So
Yeah, I was gonna help with the Shredder a little bit. The weapon takes it out cleanly. I guess
is
you
it though?
execute the Fire Elemental next turn, and I mean, is there a way for Warrior to get back in this? He's already played Brawl. He's already played Gorehowl.
I believe that's game. Just have to Hex coin Alec here.
Yep.
Which is a card combination you probably have never played around in the history of ever. So that's going to wrap up game number 1 here. And the Shaman does end up taking advantage of the Warrior's traditional weaknesses, which is dealing with those ever-annoying totems. But even more importantly, that removal was not lined up perfectly. Cole's laughing. He's like, well, he needed precisely those 3 cards to beat me, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, that game kind of snowballed off of letting that Mana Tide live for as long as he did.
Yeah, for sure. The card advantage was too good for the Shaman.